Bye.
So my story starts back, I mean, maybe when I was like 3 years old. No, so I'll never forget the first time I heard something being referred to like my weight. I was at home and I was looking out the window, and I was in Miami and I had like floor to ceiling windows at my house, and my mom and my dad were in the kitchen, and I was looking out the door, and I heard my mom say, "We have to do something about her cellulite," and I was like, oh, what? I have cellulite? I think I was like 11 years old or something. I was a dancer my whole life, and then in college I wanted to audition for my dance team, and I auditioned, and the director pulled me aside and she was like, you know, unfortunately you're a little bit too heavy for our team. If you want to go work on your technique and then come back next year, we can probably put you in. And at that point, I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought it was constructive criticism. And you know, as a dancer growing up, you know that you have to have like a very stick thin figure. I took a year, trained harder, lost more weight, came back the following year. And she's like, "You're still just too big. Let's try again next year." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this." So I set myself that goal, and I went back the third time, and I remember I was sitting in the arena with all the girls. They were calling out the numbers because they tell you if you made it right away. They didn't call out my number, but then the director said, "Oh, a number," I think my number was like 21 or something. She's like, "Number 21, let me talk to you." So I go over there, and she like looks at me and she's like, "You know, you make us want to watch you. You dance so beautifully. Your technique has improved so much, but your butt's just too big."
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
That was probably the moment where everything shifted for me. I felt that my body was not accepted, and that what I wanted to do, I couldn't do because of the way my body was shaped. So I think that's when I set out to like really change my body. Fast forward, I moved to New York City to pursue modeling, which I don't know why I always put myself in these positions, but I go to all the agencies and they tell me that I'm just too big, that I'm too fat, that I'll never make it as a model because of the way my body is shaped. And then that's when everything started going like downhill. Applied for the bodybuilding.com spokesmodel search right after that first challenge, and I didn't get it. I didn't even get like top 20. It was like a joke. My my video was like a joke. I think the difference with that one time is that when something negative happens to me, or used to happen to me, I would make myself the victim, and I'm like, oh, why? Like, I never get what I want, and I would cry, and I would put myself in this bubble of like sadness, and I would just pretty much give up. And that 2 years ago, I guess, that was when I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give up, but this is something that I really want. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try harder. And so I did it one more time the following year, and I ended up getting top 5. I'm honored to call myself a bodybuilding.com athlete and also an optimum nutrition athlete because of everything that I went through. I might get emotional. You and your questions. I would just hug her first and tell her that she's gonna go through a very rough time, but when she comes out of that, it's gonna be worth it. You know, I would tell her to stay strong, and I would tell her that it's all gonna be okay, that you're gonna find yourself, and you're gonna be happier than you ever thought you could be. You know, because I think that a lot of us think that this journey to self-discovery is so easy and it's so like beautiful all the time, but I feel like that journey is very, very hard, that nobody really talks about. They like to hide behind, I mean, now Instagram and stuff, but like they like to hide behind like the happier moments of the journey. So like when I got bodybuilding.com, or when I won my competition, or whatever it is, but I don't think the high points are what made me. I think it was the low points, because I had so many more low points than high points. I feel like I haven't even reached, you know, the high points in my life just yet. So I would just tell her to like stay strong and, you know, keep your head down, do what you want to do, and it'll be okay.
Sorry if it's hard to catch my vibe. I need a lover to trust. Tell me your
fitness. People usually think that it's very self-absorbed, that you only care about what you look like. But if people really take the time to understand what fitness is about and like the journey that someone goes through, you develop so many more things than just a nice body, you know?
lifetime. Don't be afraid to tell me if you ain't with it. I see your focus, yeah, you're so independent. It's hard for me to open up, I'll admit it. You got some shit to say.
I would say she just tries to see the best in people no matter what. And it's in this day and age, it's not easy to do that since there's so much negativity, but just how much she cares for people.
Is there a quote that you follow?
One quote that has stuck with me the entire journey is, "Not all who wander are lost." Just because I've done so many things. I've done acting, I've done modeling, I've done fitness, I've done dance, and I know that it may seem that I don't know what I want and I don't know what I'm doing, but one thing I have done is followed my heart to tell me where exactly to go. So it might look like I'm wandering, but I'm not lost, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you have an outro?
I don't. I had one,
you
but
don't? No, like an outro, like a saying, like these.
Oh, I do.
Like subscribe,
it's dumb.
like, or anything.
Yeah, it's like, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I do say an intro.
Intro. What's the intro that you'll say? Oh, hi.
No, it's good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys.